the holy name are like an ever-expanding shoreless ocean. Even Lord Krishna himself does not know the limit of it. What to speak of ordinary mortals? I will simply repeat what is written in the scriptures. Who is saying this? Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna. He is first acknowledging that I do not know the limit of holy name. And he says, I will simply repeat what is written in the scriptures. If you listen with proper faith, you can be delivered from this distressful material world. Removing impediments. The name embalms suffering and diminishes the detriments that are so characteristic of Kali Yuga. It redeems the unredeemable residents of hellish planets and nullifies the holy name purifies offenses and is the quintessence of all transcendental activities, shining more brilliantly than the Vedas. The scriptures declare that chanting is the highest spiritual activity, higher than making pilgrimage to the holiest of places. The holy name is omnipotent and benedicts the chanter with unimaginable good fortune. Its very nature is that it elevates one to experience divine bliss. A chanter is no ordinary person, for he becomes worthy of the entire world's praise. The holy name is the only means of salvation for the fallen conditioned souls. And it is always worshipable, for it offers the much desired liberation, exalts one to the supreme spiritual abode, and blesses the chanter with transcendental love of Godhead Lord Hari, Lord Sri Hari. The Shruti and Smriti can obtain countless proofs of holy name, sublime position. It is the supreme destination of all spiritual aspirations and the mainstreams of the current of bhakti devotional service. So very systematically from various scriptures, the glories of the holy name is presented here by Lord Chaitanya himself. So holy name first is destroys all sins. It is said that if one is able to even utter one holy name, one pure name, it can destroy the papam, the sins accumulated in him. But to be able to chant that pure holy name, what Hare Krishna. Were you able to hear what I read?
नो प्रभु जी
जो मैंने अभी पढ़ा था पूरा वो सुना नहीं आप लोगों ने?
नहीं प्रभु जी वो लास्ट का नहीं सुना
तो ठीक है दोबारा पढ़ता हूँ. Okay, hear from here. So this is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself speaking of the glories of the holy names. And the first evidence that he provides is that holy name can destroy all sins. One of the inherent characteristic of holy name is that it destroys all sins. Not only the sins, it also uproots the sinful tendency that the jiva has. Here first the different authoritative conclusions on the subject. Take note of Ajamil, the example of a sinner who on his deathbed unconsciously called out Narayan, the Supreme Lord name. The innumerable sins he committed in countless lives were immediately absolved. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 2nd chapter, 7th verse. Ayam hi krita nirvesho janmakoti amhasannapi yad vajara vivasho nama swasti ayanam hare. So ayam hi krita nirvesho janmakoti. Koti means 1 million. Let us see the word meaning. Koti is millions. So Ajamil had already atoned for his sinful actions. Indeed, he had atoned not only for his sins performed in one life, but for those performed in millions of lives. For in the helpless condition, he chanted the holy name of Narayan. Even though he did not chant purely, he chanted without offense, and therefore he is now pure and eligible for liberation. So many times we hear this pastime and we get very bewildered that this fellow Ajamil, he chanted even once and he was atoned for his papam for previous millions of lifetimes. And what about us? We are chanting every day. And we are chanting not once, we are chanting at least 27,000 names, 16 rounds. So why we are not getting free? What is the reason? Is what is applicable to Ajamil not applicable to us? Only Bhagavatam example of Ajamil is there for application to Ajamil only, or it is for everyone? Why we are not getting the result what Ajamil got in once by uttering the name? We are also uttering every day, so many times, thousands of times. Why we are not getting the result? What is the reason, Pranav? Or there is some partiality, or it is only for Ajamil? The conditions apply only for Ajamil, not for us.
Krishna Prabhuji is faith Prabhuji. Faith is not there actually.
Sorry?
Faith Prabhuji. We cannot
Where is
chant.
the faith? Ajamil had no faith, Baba. Ajamil, where is the faith in Ajamil? Ajamil, if he had faith, then why he was indulging in all this sinful activity? Can a faithful man commit sinful activity? He was a faithless person. What is the reason? Manoram Prabhu, you joined very late. What happened? Today you are also having your office work.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. It's late actually to join. Prabhuji, regarding this answer, in this part actually it was written that Vajamil did offenseless chanting, although it was not pure. So because of offenseless chanting, Prabhuji, actually he got
Yes,
delivered.
one of the main reason is that he did not commit any nam aprad. He did not commit any nam aprad. He did not commit any Vaishnava aprad. His chanting was without offense. Yes, that is one of the major reasons. And there is one more reason, very important reason. What is that? Manini Mataji? बताइए क्यों अजामिल को why we are deprived?
प्रभु जी क्योंकि वो मतलब स्नेहा से श्रद्धा से नाम लिए थे।
अभी तो पता है श्रद्धा कहाँ थी उसके हृदय में? श्रद्धावान व्यक्ति का पाप नहीं, भगवान के प्रति श्रद्धा थी नहीं थी ना? श्रद्धा होती तो आदमी, अरे क्यों बेकार में बहस कर रहे हो? वो आंसर नहीं है। श्रद्धा नहीं थी उसके पास। अगर श्रद्धा होती तो वो ये पाप का काम थोड़ी करेगा। श्रद्धा कहाँ थी उसके हृदय में? बोलो प्रदीप। It is written, Baba. It is already written there. Nothing that you have to, invent. Yeah, what is the second reason? What is the second reason? That why his once chanting gave him such merit that we are every day chanting, but we are not getting anywhere near to that merit. कमाल है, दिख नहीं रहा क्या? उसमें लिखा हुआ है. I just read. Pradeep, what is the distinction that Ajamil had and we are lacking? One prominent one has been told by Manoram Prabhu. What is the second one? Anyone can answer. बोलो पुरुषोत्तम.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रभु हेल्पलेस
Yes,
helpless.
helplessness. In helpless condition. When we are chanting, we are not feeling helpless. We are not asking for help from Krishna. Today, Rukmini Krishna Prabhu were explaining in our get together. He was quoting Sacinandana Swami that most of the sadhakas they perform chanting only out of duty. 16 माला करनी है, करके बस खत्म कर दिया, बीड़ बैग रख दिया, बोलो कल देखेंगे, आज का काम खत्म हो गया. That means there is no connection. He said that one should chant with affection. Ajamil did not chant just to complete his quota. Ajamil cried out in complete helpless condition. And because he did not commit any offense, that crying out, that helpless condition, qualified him to be freed from all sins that he had accumulated. So here, this verse is saying Ajamil had already atoned for his all sinful actions. Indeed, he had atoned not only for sins performed in one life, but for those performed in millions of lives in a helpless condition. He chanted the holy name of Narayan. Even though he did not chant purely, he chanted without offenses. And therefore, he is now pure and eligible for liberation. So this we have to gradually develop, that we connect with the holy name. Then only we will feel any connection, and then only there can be any calling. So it is just formality. The most heinous offenses like murdering a woman, a king, a cow, or a brahmana, murdering a king, taking intoxicants, cohabitating one guru's wife, betraying a friend, stealing, etc., are easily condoned simply by chanting the holy name. इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि हरि नाम लेंगे तो ये सब कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हरि नाम सब न्यूट्रलाइज कर देगा. वो कौन सा अपराध है? What is that offense? Yes, Ramya?
Prabhuji, to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord.
Yes, seventh offense. To commit sinful activity on the strength of the chanting of the holy names. Once one is purified of his sins, how to know he is purified of his sins? He becomes attracted to Lord Krishna. or Krishna becomes attractive to him or her. In this way, the holy name guides the living entity to his penultimate spiritual goal. It's another verse. Stena sura api mitra duk brahma guru talpaga. It is the same verse. Stri raja pitr gohanta ye cha patti ko pare sarvesham api agavatam idam eva suniksritam nama viharan vishnur yatastad vishayamati. The chanting of the holy names of Lord Vishnu is the best process of atonement for a thief of gold. Sthena means chore. Where do we find Sthena word? Very famous verse. Very important principle which speaks about this Sthena. Where? This principle we all should be knowing and we are following also to some extent. Where the word Sthena comes? This is how you will learn Sanskrit, otherwise how you will learn Sanskrit? How you pick up what the verse is speaking? नहीं याद है प्रणव where the word sthena comes?
Sorry, Prabhuji, cannot recall.
Very poor. Very basic principle of Krishna consciousness. Yo bhongte sthena evasa. Now got it? Where it is? Yo bhongte sthena evasa. Anyone who is accepting the necessities of life, particularly food items, which is coming from Mother Nature, the demigods, without offering. What is he compared to? Yo bhongte sthena evasa. He is a thief. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigod in return is certainly a thief. Chor. You know that famous pastime of Srila Prabhupada. Jayapataka Swami Maharaj cultivated one big businessman in Calcutta. And for the first time he brought him to Mayapur and gave him a chance to meet Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada asked that man, what do you do? He said, I have factories. Prabhupada, what factory you have? He said, I have glass factories. And Prabhupada said, you are sthena, you are a chor. I said, why? Swamiji, why you are saying this to me? How I am chor? Oh. And how do you manufacture glass? I said, from silica. And what is silica coming from? From sand. Are you manufacturing sand? So we are all thieves. We are all utilizing the resources from Lord's energies. So even if one is a thief, and so thief of gold or other valuables, then who's a drunkard who betrays his friend or relative, or one who kills a Brahmana, or one who indulges in sex with the wife of his guru, such a sinful person. Brahmaha, Guru, Talpaga, Stri, Raja, Pitra. Okay. So any abominable, most abominable sinful activity if a person does, even if simply by chanting the holy name of Lord Vishnu, such sinful person may attract the attention of the Supreme Lord, who therefore considers, because this man has chanted my holy name, my duty is to give him protection. And there is actually one pastime of Srila Prabhupada, very, very formidable pastime. when Prabhupada was preaching in Amsterdam. I don't remember the year, it is like, I think 70, around 70, 71. And in Amsterdam, people were so gross. Prabhupada was establishing Lord Jagannath there. Very famous. Prabhupada was very furious because there were no adequate arrangements for installing Lord Jagannath. And Prabhupada said that I cannot call the Lord of the universe here. Anyway, so that installation was done. And after installation, Prabhupada was giving initiation. And in the initiation, candidates who were sitting, there was one professional butcher. And some of Prabhupada's disciples, they privately approached Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, don't give initiation to him. But anyway, Prabhupada did not speak anything. And when the name of that boy was called, and he stood up, so Prabhupada asked him. There are two questions Prabhupada asked. Prabhupada asked, who are you? And he said, I am servant of Krishna. And Jivira Sarup hoy, Nitya Krishna Das. And then Prabhupada asked him that what are the initiation vows? And he repeated. So Prabhupada gave him the name and said, no more killing. No more killings of cow. I can guarantee that anyone, any other Acharya would have never given initiation to such a candidate. You check out any Acharya in the history. No one will take this risk. Only Srila Prabhupada gave him initiation even after knowing that he was a cow killer. How and why? Why did he take such a big risk? Because Prabhupada has firm belief in this verse. Prabhupada has such belief in this verse, in Srimad Bhagavatam words, what this verse is speaking. That even if Manu slaughters cows, if he chants the holy name, it may attract the attention of the Supreme Lord, who therefore consider, because this man has chanted my holy name, my duty is to give him protection. Penance and vows are insignificant activities compared to chanting. Observing penances and vows like Chandrayan Varta, strictly according to scriptural instructions, cannot completely eradicate the sins of a sinner's commits. Cannot completely eradicate the sins a sinner commits. Yet by chanting Lord Krishna's name even once, one becomes totally free from all sins. Na nishkrite rudite brahma vadibhis tata vishuddhyati agavan vratadibhi yatha hare nam pade rudharites taduttam shloka gunopalabhakam. This is again from Ajamil episode. By following the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies or undergoing atonement, sinful men do not become as purified as by the chanting of the holy name of Lord Hari. Although ritualistic atonement may free one from sinful reactions, it does not awaken devotional service. Unlike the chanting of the Lord's holy name, which reminds one of the Lord's fame, qualities, attribute, pastimes, and paraphernalia. Even if the holy name is chanted unconsciously, very famous verse, jokingly, simply for entertainment, or neglectfully, the most grievous sins are absolved, and he enters the spiritual realm of Vaikuntha, lying beyond the jurisdiction of Yamraj, the gods of death. There are many verses on this. Sanketyam parihasyam vastovam helanam eva Vaikunthanam grahanam Asheshagaharam vidhu. So, Sanket is, Sanket means to show as an assignment, assignation. And Parihas means to make fun, jokingly. And Stobam for entertainment. Many people come and they hear Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You've seen, particularly the Westerners. And what they do? As soon as they hear the mantra, they start to chant and dance. They want to enjoy the tune and the dancing. So even if one tries to enjoy the holy name in any condition, even neglectfully, this is accepted by all learned scholars of the scriptures. Patita skalito bhanga sandashta stapt ahata haririti avishneha pumanna harati yatana. This is all evidences coming from Srimad Bhagavatam only. If one chants the holy name of the Hari and then dies because of an accidental misfortune, such as falling from the top of a house, slipping and suffering broken bones while traveling on the road. This experience one of our devotees has. Slipping while traveling on the road or from travel, being bitten by a serpent, being afflicted with pain and high fever, or being injured by a weapon, one is immediately absolved from having to enter hellish life, even though he is sinful. Ajanad athava jnanad uttam shloka namayat sankirtitam agham pumso dahe dedo yathanala. Very beautiful verse. As a fire burns up dry grass to ashes, what we have to do? If there is a stockpile of dry grass, what you have to do? You have to just add little bit of sparkle of fire and it will get all inflamed. And within few seconds, everything will become ash. As the fire burns dry grass to ashes, so the holy names of the Lord, whether chanted knowingly or unknowingly, burns to ashes without fail. The reactions of one's sinful activity. Vartamana tu yad papam yad bhutam yad bhavishyati. This is going even further. Yad bhutam yad bhavishyati. Tat sarvam nirdahati yasu. Govinda kirtanalaha. Very beautiful verse. Laghu Bhagavatamrita. Laghu Bhagavatamrita is by Srila Rupa Goswami. The holy name is the only real friend of the living entity. By chanting the holy name of Govinda, Krishna, one very easily uproots all sinful reactions that have been accumulated, not only in this lifetime, but also those in the past lives. Yad bhutam, and which are yet to mature in the fruition, yad bhavishyati. Everything is uprooted. Sadadroha paro yastu sajjananam mahitale jayati pavano dhanyo Hare Nama Nukirtana. Very good. Sadadroha paro yastu. An offense committed against a saintly person is a serious crime. And only by chanting the holy name of Krishna can one atone for it. The scriptures have amply described the various forms of prayaschit, rituals for atonement of sin. However, all of these ritual activities are inconsequential compared to the chanting of the holy name. So many evidences. Okay, one I would like to speak. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sankirtana mano Bhagavan Ananta Shrutanubhavo Vyasanam hi pumsa Pravishya Chittam Vidhunoti Yashesha Yatha Tamo Arko Brahmivati Vata Brahmivati Vata Brahmavati Vata. What is Brahmavati Vata? Brahma is cloud, Ativata is strong wind. When people properly glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead or simply hear about His power, the Lord personally enters their hearts and cleanses away even trace of misfortune. Just as the sun removes the darkness, or as a powerful wind drives away the cloud. Short purport. One may not be satisfied by the example of sun removing the darkness, since sometimes the darkness in a cave is not removed by the sun. Therefore, the example is given of a strong wind that drives away the cover of clouds. It is thus emphatically stated here that the Supreme Lord will remove from the heart of his devotee the darkness of material illusion. What is the verse in Bhagavad Gita? That the Supreme Lord will remove the darkness of material illusion from the heart of his devotee. Who remembers? What is the verse? Very famous verse. We need to regularly hear the glories. Yes, Pranav Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji, Mam evaje prapadante mayametam taranti te.
No, this he removes the darkness of illusion from the heart. It is a very famous verse. Yes, Dayāśīl.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी तेषां प्रभु जी अनुकंपं पार्थ अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तु ज्ञानदीपेन भास्कर.
Yes, very good. This is the verse. Tesham eva nukampartam aham ajnana jamatam nashayami atma bhavasto jnana dipena bhasvata. Simply Krishna will enter. So how the two things, the entire class is based on what Guru Maharaj's message was. Again I am showing. Because at that time most of you were not there. You had not joined. You're busy. Can you see now? Everyone is able to see? Bolo?
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Read it loudly.
हमें एक प्रामाणिक शिष्य बनने के लिए अत्यंत निष्ठा एवं गंभीरता पूर्वक प्रयास करना चाहिए.
If these two are lacking, Nishtha means faith and Gambhirta means being very responsible. If we are irresponsible and if we are not having full faith, then one is neither bona fide nor disciple. Pramanic Shishya means bona fide disciple. So if one wants to be a bona fide disciple, he needs to be having firm faith and conviction in the instruction coming, and he must attempt wholeheartedly. So very important that we decided today in that get together that even we were very few, most of the people will not come. Even they will get big post position, externally show, but from the inside there is no desire to chant the holy name. So how, although we also don't have the desire to chant, but we must chant. Why? Because if we chant and continue to chant, Krishna will show his kindness and that genuine desire will come one day. The taste will come. Until the time it does not come, then what to do? Abhyas yogena tato mam ikchhaptum dhananjaya. 12th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, 7th verse, Krishna says, Mayyeva mana adasava, May buddhi niveshaya. Nivashyasi mayyeva, atha urdam na sanshaya. Just fix your mind on me and apply all your intelligence in me. If you are able to do this, then you will live with me eternally. But what to do? Our mind is, Krishna is saying, fix your mind on me. And we are saying, Chanchalami mana Krishna. How to fix? It is always flickering. Krishna is saying, invest your buddhi in me. And what our buddhi is? Durbuddhi. Dhartarashtrasya durbuddhi. Then Krishna says the next verse, Ata chittum samadhatum na saknoshi mahi sthiram abhyas yogena tato. And very sincerely, gambhirta purvak, निष्ठा के साथ follow the regulative principles. Most important is chanting. Every morning, get up little early. I don't know how many of you have to chant more. You should sleep early and next day wake up early. Tell me one thing, if you have to travel, don't you wake up? अगर आपकी सवेरे 5 बजे की फ्लाइट है, सवेरे जल्दी उठते हो नहीं उठते हो फ्लाइट पकड़ने के लिए या कहीं ट्रेन पकड़ने के लिए? हाँ, क्योंकि पकड़ना है ना, इसको हमें पकड़ना ही नहीं है, ये तो जबरदस्ती थोप दिया गया है और किसी तरीके से ढोल रहे हैं। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। और बीच बीच में जब भी आपको मौका हो बढ़ाइए चैंटिंग। अगर आप बढ़ाएंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि जो हमारा मन जो बार बार विचलित होता है उसका हाथ बैठ के किएगा और कुछ है ही नहीं, फोर्स कर रखा था करो और कोई कुछ है ही नहीं, हो गया तो करिए। 16 तो मिनिमम है, 16 तो जिस दिन आप फंसे हैं उस दिन 16 करिए, जिस दिन आपके पास थोड़ा भी मौका है तो 16 से ज्यादा करिए। एकादशी है तो और ज्यादा करिए, 32 करिए, 32 से ज्यादा करिए। मैंने आज रिक्वेस्ट कर दिया रुक्मिणी कृष्ण को, ऐसे ही हम लोग सब देखते हैं कि अगली एकादशी में क्या है, अगली एकादशी में क्या है। 13वां एकादशी है तो मेरे को कहते प्रभु जी हमारे साथ आप वहाँ रहेंगे उधर मायापुर में। मैंने पूछा उस दिन आप मायापुर में हैं? बोले हाँ है। तो मैंने कहा वो हमारे लिए, वो हमारी फिक्स कर दीजिए। बोले अभी से? मैंने कहा और क्या, दोबारा आपको कहाँ पकड़ूंगा मैं, मिलेंगे। बोले अच्छा अच्छा देखेंगे। मगर आप लोग अगर साधक ही नहीं है तो उनको ब्लॉक करूंगा क्या? वो खाली आएंगे बोल के चले जाएंगे, तो क्या फायदा, उनका टाइम क्यों वेस्ट करें? जब आपको कुछ करना ही नहीं है तो उनको बुला के क्या करना है? कितने लोगों ने 32 राउंड कितने चैंट किया है बताओ? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू चैंटेड 32 राउंड टुडे? हाउ मेनी राउंड्स यू हैव चैंटेड? आवाज नहीं आ रहा है? यू आर नॉट एबल टू हियर मी और यू डोंट वांट टू रिप्लाई? मनोराम?
Prabhuji, 25 only.
25 only, satisfied? कर दिया 25। दयाशील आपको तो 25 भी नहीं हुआ होगा।
प्रभु जी 24।
वो तो कह रहा हूँ आपको 25 हुआ नहीं होगा। करो करो, गंभीरता पूर्वक प्रयास करना पड़ेगा। निष्ठा कैसे पता चलेगी कि निष्ठा है? जब प्रयास गंभीर होगा। ओके, सो आई एम signing off. There's a lot. It's a huge one. Yesterday I was reading this section because it always inspires us to commit to chanting more. Mind is one program which is completely in favor of Maya. So, to get the effect of Maya reduced, what we have to do? We have to take shelter of scriptures, Shastras, to sharpen the intelligence and not allow the mind to supersede. So, reading, hearing, chanting, and sharing. बाहर लोग के लिए क्या है? आहार, निद्रा, भय, मैथुन. हमारे लिए क्या है? Reading, hearing, chanting, and sharing. So try to incorporate this. और कोई लिखता ही नहीं है, अब तो कोई लिख ही नहीं रहा है. मैंने इतना बोला कि जो हमने भागवतम के जो चतुर्श्लोकी है उसमें पहले 2 वर्सेस किए हैं, उस पर कोई लिख के भेजो मुझे. किसी ने नहीं लिखा. नो वन इज केयर टू राइट. याद बात कुछ होगा नहीं, कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा, वो सब भूल जाएंगे. 1 महीने बाद ही पूछेंगे तो कुछ नहीं याद रहेगा. जब तक लिखेंगे नहीं तब तक इंप्रेशन डीपर जाएगा नहीं. डिसाइड आप लोग कर सकते हैं. I'll stop here. If somebody has any question to ask, please raise. Some other time I will discuss very, very deep and very systematically presented the glories of the holy name. Full details, elaborate, it is running into volumes. सपना सुन रही है पुरुषोत्तम?
यस प्रभु.
कहाँ है? वो दिखती नहीं है तो फिर मुझे पता कैसे चलेगा? आप ये देखो, आप प्रियंका को देख सकती हो ना. अगर आई कांटेक्ट नहीं है तो मुझे पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि वो मैसेज जा भी रहा है नहीं जा रहा है. एकलव्य वाला स्टाइल सही नहीं है. हमारी परंपरा में एकलव्य का स्टाइल नहीं है. एकलव्य को हमारे सारे आचार्यों ने कंडेम किया है. अर्जुन बनना पड़ेगा. अगर भगवत गीता का ज्ञान चाहिए तो अर्जुन बनना पड़ेगा. अर्जुन के फुटस्टेप्स में आना पड़ेगा. एकलव्य वाला नहीं कि अपने गुरु की प्रतिमा खुद ही बना ली और खुद ही प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं. वो उससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला. कोई प्रश्न नहीं है, कोई शंका है ही नहीं. ठीक है, मैं रख रहा हूँ, लेट हो रहा है. टुमारो वी विल कंटिन्यू श्रीमद् भागवतम. श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जाए, सफला काशी की जय. श्री प्रभुपाद की